You're older. Sure.
Should we sit next to each other?
No. All right, we'll get started with Travis and Dansby. First question for these guys. Justin?
Hey guys, just wondering if you all saw what the Phillies did and what you have thought of them this year as you've played them a lot of times.
Obviously, I mean, they've been a really good team this entire season. I feel like over the last couple months, they've been playing really good baseball along with us. They always pitch well. I feel like they've gotten better defensively, and we obviously know that they're going to put up competitive at bats, and yeah, definitely a really good ball club. I mean, anybody at this point in the year is going to be a dangerous team, and they've been playing well. So.
Yeah, on the right in the back.
You guys have played a lot of baseball over the last couple of seasons or so. Obviously, you were all gas in the last 4 months of this season. How do you mentally kind of prepare after playing so much baseball but knowing what still lies ahead for you guys?
Just remembering what our goal was when the year started. We did check off, winning the East, but anything can happen in the playoffs, and we know that. We kind of learned that last year. So we just got to keep taking it day by day, pitch by pitch, and go out there with what we've been trying to do is just win the series, and that's really all we can control.
For both of you guys, what were the last couple days like as far as were you able to mentally kind of check out, and was it helpful? Will you figure that out as you get on the field today and tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it was good for a day or two to, like you said, just kind of rest and just kind of rejuvenate. But the last couple of days, I feel like we've ramped up really well because we know that we can't have a lull coming into or coming after this kind of break. Really got to get dialed in mentally and physically. Your body's a funny thing, when your mind starts to wander off, the body starts to feel worse. So I feel like we've done a good job of getting everything back in sync the last couple of days and kind of challenging ourselves as we move forward.
Yeah, that was perfect. I got
Thanks.
nothing else. That was perfect.
This coffee.
Jeff?
For either or both of you, you've both been in the postseason several times now. Have you gotten any better for having a sense for what is going to happen when the postseason starts with your own team specifically?
I mean, anything can happen in the postseason. I think that's the biggest thing that we've learned. The lights can get lighter. The lights can get brighter at this time of the year. But we just try to focus on what we've done every series throughout the year, and that is take it pitch by pitch, not look too far ahead, not look too far back. Focus on the moment as much as you can, and just try to win. I mean, that's all that matters at this time of the year. Doesn't matter if you go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts or 4 for 4 with 4 home runs. Winning's the most important thing, and that's what we've learned, and that's what we're focused on.
Yeah, anything. I mean, I feel like you can't get too high or too low. You can't ride waves. You just got to continue to go compete. And I feel like we've done a really good job of that, especially I feel like just this year in the regular season more than in years past of just winning at all costs. Like we want to go out there and win. We want to put our best foot forward each and every day. And it could be, one guy one night and another guy another night. And that's what the team is for. And, this year I feel like we've definitely exemplified that the most.
Middle.
Knowing that game one is always the most important to get ahead, and knowing that the Phillies have been hitting well as of late, what does it do for your confidence knowing that you guys are throwing Max?
Max has been a tremendous pitcher throughout his whole career here. And there's nobody else we'd rather have on the mound. When big games happen, he seems to step up and lock it in even more. I think we all have the confidence in the world in Max, and we're all feeling really good with him out there on the mound at any given point.
Just a quick follow-up on that. Knowing that in the World Series first game, he nearly broke his ankle last year, what would you say about his warrior mentality when he's on the mound and being able to do the job whenever he's out there?
That's just Max. He's said this so many times. He's like the nicest guy in the world, the most caring guy in the world, but when he gets on the mound, he's just different. He's got that competitive bone. He's got that drive to win, and it's definitely something that, you know, we love playing behind, and he's obviously been good for us on a lot of big moments, and, you know, we're looking for that trend to continue.
Scott.
For Travis, what's Max like on game day, and how do you think the prep's going to be for a team that you've seen so frequently? Does it change at all for you guys just because there's a lot more muscle memory to seeing these guys very frequently?
On game days, he's pretty locked in from when he shows up. I think what makes him special is the days before with the work he does preparing for who he's going to face. We face these guys a lot, obviously. They're a tremendous offensive team. But Max does his homework. We all do our homework. We're going to know every little situation that happened, everything that happened throughout not only this year, last year, you know, whatever. But at the same time, you can't look too far ahead and assume that those pitches are going to work. You kind of got to just take it pitch by pitch and just go from there. But on game day, Max is locked in from the moment he steps out of his car till basically he's done. Even in-game conversations are super deep, and just try to talk about every little situation, or, you know, if certain things happen, where do we go from there? But he's fun to work with, and we're thankful that he's our ace and he's our game one guy.
And then what have your conversations been like with Strider lately, just because he hasn't pitched in a while, and hopefully he'll be on the roster here? How do you think he could do, say, if he's coming out of the bullpen, which you saw in the beginning of the season? Seems like a guy very fit for that in the playoffs, too, if needed. Yeah,
I mean, the conversations we've had are more joking around and making fun of him actually quite a bit. He likes to joke around and have fun, though. Like, he'll make fun of us as much as we make fun of him. So he's good in the clubhouse. But as far as him, if he's in the bullpen or if he's starting, he's a weapon regardless. He's not scared of anybody. He believes in himself, which I think is the most important thing. And obviously, as we've all seen, he's succeeded in both roles. So just to have him out there is big for us and would be tremendous.
Maria.
You guys are both obviously in different contract situations. What has it been like to see the team extend so many young players, and what does it tell you about them, and it tells you about what could come in the future inside that clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, this place has obviously been blessed with a lot of great young players, and they've done such a great job of being able to keep those group of guys around one another. I feel like that there's such a bigger vision for this place in mind. And they've obviously done a good job of being able to piece together players and, from different backgrounds, from different ages, that all have basically come together and bought into what we, have created here. And, you give Alex a lot of credit for being able to recognize talent, for being able to, kind of push the right buttons. And, so far he has.
This is for both of you. Matt Olson kind of went through his lull there in September, obviously ended really strong, getting the last NL Player of the Week. How crucial is it for this offense, the way that he closed out the regular season?
I think something that wasn't seen necessarily was when he was going through that lull, he was the same person every day. Treated us all the same, laughed around, joked around, still made fun of everybody, even though in his mind he wasn't playing good baseball, but he was still playing great defensively for us, which is vital, especially at first base. And for him to, get it going there towards the end was huge for us, especially, with the home runs he had against the Mets. The great last game he had even in Miami. It was huge for us, and he's such a big part of this team. So, we're happy he ended strong, and based off what I've seen the last few days in practice, he's looking good, and he's definitely ready to play.
Kelly.
Just one more quick one. Just if Ozzy's not able to go in the DS, what can you guys say about the job? If it is Orlando out there, if maybe we see Vaughn at times, but what those guys have done this year, Dansby, probably for you, just getting to play with them on the infield, what can you say about the job they've done?
I mean, Orlando's a true pro. I don't know if anyone kind of realizes that, but day in, day out, whether his number's called or not, he's the same guy. He loves to enjoy himself. Like, you can tell he he thoroughly enjoys his teammates and being here. And when his number's called, he goes out there, puts out, great at-bats. And I feel like if he hadn't played in 2 weeks, he comes in and plays, he's going to get 3 hits regardless. He obviously has always played great defense, and definitely somebody that you can count on in big situations. And obviously, same with Vaughn. He came up and kind of gave us a spark when we needed it, and was able to sustain that for a little bit. And then, as of late, Orlando's been in there and been playing great ball for us. And like you said, you can just kind of, what to expect out of O, and he's done such a great job for us over the last couple months, and even initially filling in for Ozzie, and then as of late, the last couple of weeks, he's really stepped his game up, and definitely someone I enjoy turning double plays with.
Any last ones for these guys? Take one more straight back.
Obviously, 5 straight years as divisional winners. How much value do you put in experience in the playoffs? And you personally, Dansby, the term sheriff has been thrown around. Do you take pride? Do you take pride in that, or is that something you value?
I'll let Travis speak on that part, because the young kids, they just started calling me sheriff for whatever reason. They act like I run this strict, tight ship, which is just not the case. I'm like the biggest lover on the team, I think. But I do get on them occasionally because they're young and stupid. But I think experience in the playoffs is huge. The only way you can get is just go through it. Like you said, this is our 5th year in a row doing this. You start to understand how to slow down certain moments. You start to understand what it's going to take in certain moments to be successful. And as much as you hear people talk about it, as much as you may watch playoff baseball, the only way to gain that kind of experience is to go through it. And I'm very thankful and appreciative that we have been able to go through it and been able to kind of climb the ladder each year from getting beat in the DS to getting beat in the CS to then, winning a World Series. And like Travis said, we're excited to be able to continue this run and, take it day by day and really embrace each and every moment, because we've been spoiled here making the playoffs, but talking to Travis a lot, and it's just this isn't commonplace, what we've been able to accomplish, and we definitely don't take that lightly or take it for granted. But the sheriff part,
I would say, young guys need some guidance. Regardless if you are, a position player like Vaughn or Mike, or a pitcher like Strider. They've all gone to Dansby with everything, any question about the game, and he's given them honest answers. Maybe they think it's like a sheriff to get an honest answer instead of, being around the bush. But he's, Dansby's a born leader, and even I have questions for him still, and I think I have more time than him, and I still ask him questions about every little thing. So people might hear sheriff, but I hear natural leader.
Maria.
Dansby, who was your sheriff, and what was the biggest lesson you took from him or her?
My dad. My dad and Coach Corbin. I feel like my parents raised me what I would consider the right way. Just taught me a lot about hard work and respect. And I feel like Coach Corbin, when I got to Vanderbilt, really molded, kind of took what my parents did and just kind of molded it down to what actual leadership looks like, and the active servant leadership, and how to serve other people, and how to kind of lift from the bottom as opposed to pull from the top. And so I give all the credit in the world to Coach Corbin for believing in me when nobody else did, and I'm just thankful for those lessons, and obviously thankful for my parents for always being hard on me and demanding a lot out of me, and understanding now as I've gotten older about being a parent instead of just being my friend. They taught me every step of the way, and I'm couldn't be more grateful for that.
All right, guys, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.